Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to The Cave, a podcast about comic books, anime, video games, and everything else. This is Elliot Webb. I got DJ over here chilling.
What's good? What's good? What's going on, everybody?
I got Tyler over here in the ones and twos, and we about to get to it. Like always, I always ask how everybody's weekend was. So how was your weekend, DJ?
Oh, you already pretty much know. We had the cookout on Sunday. You know, got my grill on.
Yep, it was real lit.
Besides that, I mean, I ain't really do nothing Saturday. I just kind of like chilled out, kicked it with my girl.
Yeah, you was super boo loving at the cookout, man. She was over there marinating the meat for you and stuff. It was so adorable.
You're extra.
I'm just saying, that's how it is. It's like, wow, man. It's like my son's growing up. Your dad will be proud of you, though. He was hooking it up on the grill. He had like what was it, like a briefcase with all the utensils and stuff?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You had something similar like how Lamar had. Because when we went over to Benny's house for his cookout, Lamar had this briefcase, real fancy, like a spy movie or something. And he like opened it and it had all these utensils. He had like an electronic brush to clean the grill. It was real crazy. I was like, wow, this dude really takes his grilling seriously.
Hell yeah.
So how was your weekend, Tyler? What'd you do?
Man, that shit was business as usual. You know how it goes. Work. Cookout was the highlight of it all for the most part. Enjoying myself there. Hot as hell.
Well, I know one
Middle of
day,
the summer.
because you had me, DJ, and Tamar laughing because we were saying, watch Tyler going to pull up and be that typical dude that comes to the cookout, barely say hi to everybody. He be the first one to get a plate. So straight on cue, you pull up, walk up to the cookout, get a plate, get your chicken, get your 2 sides, hella double eggs. I was like, wow. And he didn't bring nothing. All he brought was himself, brought his presence.
I brought the vibe.
I guess.
I apologize. It was a weekend in which I was in between fun, so, you know, get on the back end that way.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Also, we do got some bad news, though. This will be DJ's last time recording with us.
Unfortunately, yes.
He's going back to TX, Big Texas.
Yeah, going back there. Should be fun. Should be a nice, fun year.
But yeah, hopefully. You're going to go down there and get shit together. Make some moves down there. We're going to miss you. It's going to be weird, like not having my pretty much my big little brother around.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
You got Shauna. You got your baby.
I got Snookum. She be, yeah, I can rock it with her. But dang, so this will be our official last episode with you. But who knows? Once we get the phone connection stuff, we can always have you chime in.
Yeah.
Call in and have conversations with us and stuff. But how was my weekend? Went, saw my dad Saturday. Well, pretty much it was my birthday week. So I chilled Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Those three, pretty much the 3 days I used for my birthday. Saturday I went and saw my dad. Went up there and visited with him. And that was cool. Walked around downtown Philly, got some food. Came back. Sunday was the cookout. That was cool. Real lit. People came, enjoyed themselves. And that was about it for my weekend. It seems like the rest of this month is going to be pretty busy for me because I got to do something. I got to go to Busch Gardens this coming up weekend and Otakons next weekend. Tyler better stop playing games and get that single day ticket for Saturday.
Probably got to get done at this point. Go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, experience that for one time in my life, I think. Excited.
Most deaf is very, very fun. Very enjoyable experience. Everybody's like, it's very kumbaya-ish.
Yeah,
Everybody
man.
hold hands, have a good time. It's fun. You be seeing people dress up. They be dancing, stuff like that. I used to go to the rave, but I kind of stopped when I started seeing the kids. Because I used to work at Super Kids back in the day. And I kind of stopped going to the rave when I saw the kids that I helped as Super Kids dance there. And I'm just like, damn, I feel like an old ass man. So I kind of don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah,
But for the
man.
most part, this is my first time going to one in D.C., so I'm very anxious about it. But other than that, let's kick the bullshit. Let's get to it. Pretty much today's topic is really about Disney and the live action, the live movies the remakes of the animated movies they're making, pretty much making them live action. And I saw the trailer for Lion King. That comes out this Friday. I'm not really thrilled about it. What about you? What do y'all think about it?
I'm not as thrilled about it either. Before it came out, before I seen the trailer and everything like that, like I was hyped about it. I was like, you know, I wanted to see it just as bad as everybody else. But then I heard the songs.
Yeah, the songs are trash.
And I'm just like, why didn't y'all keep the same tempo, the same cadence for the regular songs? Like, why didn't y'all just Y'all could have just got the recordings from the animated shit and just put it on in there.
That's true.
So that's why I'm just like, why did y'all like change all that up? I mean, I can understand even if you wanted to change it a little bit and just have it more up to date, make it with, you know, new singers and all that stuff. Cool. But don't change up like the style of it. Like,
guess
like
they
why?
put their own twist in it.
Yeah, but still though, it's like it's the nostalgic of it. Like, I'm like, you kind of got. I'm like, I don't know unless they're trying to do a whole different story, which I doubt it. But I'm like, yo, you gotta kind of just stick with what you know what it was.
Well, based on what I read in the reviews, the story didn't change. It's actually a carbon copy of the original animated one. Only thing they really did was, of course, gave who's the woman lion? Nala?
Yeah.
You already know they gave Nala hella screen time because Beyonce's in it, so we already know that happened.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it just I don't know. I'm just not. I don't like this trend that Disney's starting to do with their movies because the first live action movie they did was Jungle Book, and I saw that, and that was boring as shit. I fell asleep every time.
I think
cool.
I think no, because there was two different ones. There was that one, and then there was another one. I think it was Netflix that made it. I don't know. I'm not 100%. Don't quote me, please. But I'm not too sure. But I know there was two Jungle Books. The other one, I saw the other one. The other one was real good.
The one on Netflix?
Mowgli or some shit
I
like
believe
that.
so.
But I don't know if that's Disney,
I think
though.
that, no, it's not. It's not Disney.
Okay.
It wasn't Disney. But, like, yeah, they took it and they just made their own. And
version
like,
of it?
Yeah, and it was dope.
No, but the one Disney, the live action Jungle Book movie that Disney made was boring. I fell asleep every time. It was dry. It was just, it wasn't anything special. Now, I was okay with them doing live action movies and they made something original like Maleficent. That was a good movie. Well, that was a cool movie because it was a different take. It was an original story. It was a spin on a character that you don't really pay any mind to. So I was cool with that. But ever since the Jungle Book movie, they start doing this trend where they just remake it.
I never liked the Tarzan movie either.
Which Tarzan?
Because they had a live action Tarzan movie. Like they had one back in the day, and then
I think that was somebody else. I don't think they did that.
Yeah, that wasn't Disney.
That was
you don't think Disney actually created it?
We talking about George in the Jungle? We talking about that movie?
No.
That shit was funny. That shit was funny.
No,
Yeah, that shit was goofy as hell.
I kind of watched that now, but I don't think they did a live action Tarzan.
no,
movie.
they like there's actually a recent one though. There's actually another one.
Oh
that
no,
did come
Disney
out.
didn't do that one. I know you're talking about. I seen that. That was.
Oh,
movie.
Disney didn't do that.
No, it was just movie.
What about Hercules? They didn't do any of the Hercules.
What do you mean? They never made a live action Hercules.
No,
You
there's
talking about the show?
there's a live action Hercules that's out, but it's
You
not.
talking about The Rock?
Yeah, like
They didn't do that one.
and then there's another one.
No, they
also.
didn't do none of those.
Yeah, that's all I was like. There's two of them that's out, but I figured they didn't do any.
Cause it's probably violent as shit, ain't it? The
Mm,
Rock one is violent.
Yeah, I think the Rock one was violent.
I know you're talking about.
I can't remember which one was violent, but both of them just it didn't make sense to me when I was looking at them. I was just like, oh, okay.
Well, I think
it wasn't Disney's animated Hercules
Yeah.
that they put in.
See,
there.
I don't
was
want them
just
to do
like,
that one. They're gonna fuck that one up
Yeah,
because
they
that
gonna
one
fuck
has
it up.
soul.
Yeah,
That one has
yeah.
so much soul. That's like one of my favorite Disney movies. But like, I'm just when I heard the "Be Prepared" song, because that was my favorite song of the whole
that killed
movie.
me.
That killed the whole movie for me because it was like spoken word. Like he just came on
Exactly.
just talking, and it threw me off. And you had the beat in the background just playing. It was just like, yeah, I'm not watching this.
They slowed the tempo of it. Like, yeah, I didn't like that.
It's like something you see on theater. It was like the dude was on stage just, I don't know, speaking his lines and I guess trying to harmonize at the same time. It was weird. But other than that, with the live action movies, I'm just not a big fan of it. I kind of think they should just leave it alone. Just let the animated movies be animated movies because it's like when they remake them, they make so many changes to it that I just don't think it really makes the movie any. It just kind of kills the movie for me because watching this, I'm gonna always refer to the animated one. So if it's not like the animated one, it's gonna be like, eh. My thing is just make animated movies, just make new ones. We don't need for you to remake all your old movies into live action. But who knows? I ain't the big wig up in Disney.
Well, I heard about that Mulan one.
Yeah, that looks actually no lie. Even though I'm shitting on the live action movies, they actually don't look that bad though.
Yeah,
It
like,
looks kind of tough.
I didn't
I'm not gonna
actually
lie about
like
that.
see it, but like I heard some good things about it.
But see, with that, they're not gonna make a man out of you. They're not gonna have that song in there. She's don't have a love interest. The dragon's not gonna be there anymore.
Oh yeah, because they trying to make it more
traditional. They try to make it closer to the actual story because I read something that said that Mulan back when
I thought they were trying to make it more like appropriate, like for like today's age.
What do you mean?
Like as far as like taking certain aspects of it out, just because they said that like Mulan was like quote unquote racist in a way.
Oh yeah, well that's the point I was trying to make. So pretty much, China didn't like a lot of the stuff they made in the animated movie when it first came out, so it didn't do well at all over there. So they pretty much are trying to remake it, but make it more, I guess, appropriate for Chinese culture. So I guess I'm like about it, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the live action movies. I just kind of wanted to make original stuff, and that leads into another question I was going to ask too. When we talk about how they do live action movies and they take things and add things into it, what do you think about how they're trying to make a Black Little Mermaid?
That was the funniest meme for like a good week now.
Oh yeah, when they were saying they're gonna have a Black Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, they were.
They had a Black Harry Potter with young Jeezy in the cover.
And I'm just like, come on, man, like that's ridiculous. Like, all right, so the Black Little Mermaid thing, right? Like that doesn't really do anything for me. It's just one of those things. Like, I'm like, why? Like, why are you gonna do it? Like, why are you putting a Black Little Mermaid in there? I feel like it's forced.
Yeah, you know what it is. It's trying to get a check. They're just trying to make money. Like you said, it doesn't. I'm not like, wow, they're making a Black Little Mermaid movie. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, like,
life
whatever.
moves on. Because the live action movies are kind of trash, so I really wasn't pressed. I'm not really pressed to see it anyway, but
not at all. Like, because I don't know. Like it. Like I look at it at this. Like if you make, let's say, if you make a Little Mermaid black, I really don't think that one. I don't know why, but I just don't think that it's going to be the same story. I don't believe that the story is going to look different. The meaning of it is going to be different. Like,
why would you say that though? Because it's mermaids. Everything's fake. It's
but
nothing real.
You know how they do shit nowadays. Yeah, because they're gonna incorporate some type of like black empowerment, like something inside of it. I mean,
hey, Disney made a killing off of freaking Black Panther, so they might make Atlantis another Wakanda.
Like something like that. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be like a whole bunch of black people. Like King Triton, he's gonna be black. He's gonna be this powerful black man.
Samuel Jackson should be King Triton.
No.
Samuel Jackson should be King Triton.
That'd be terrible. I can't.
Ariel, get your motherfucking ass.
Yeah. He'll be ignorant.
I love it. I would love it. I watch any Samuel Jackson movie. That's my favorite actor of all time. That's him and Leo. That's my favorite two guys. Yeah. But it's like part of me is like torn with it. Part of me doesn't care, and I don't like the fact that a lot of people are upset about it. But at the same time, I kind of come off as a hypocrite because when they did the Ghost in the Shell movie, they didn't use an Asian actress, they used a white actress. And of course, Ghost in the Shell is fiction, so technically you can use anybody. But I kind of wanted to keep to the source material. So in a way, it's like I don't really know how to feel about it because I can't be mad about one thing, but then say, nah, it should be cool to have a Black Little Mermaid. I guess my biggest issue is I don't like how the fact that people are really making this big deal. Like, people are like, no, keep my Little Mermaid the same. I don't want her to be black. I want her to be this, that, and the third. And it's like, is it really that deep? Like, is that deep?
It's not that deep, I feel like, to argue about it or, like, to just be all upset about it and all that stuff. But I guess if you want to just say, like, I would prefer her to be white just because of the anime and all, the animation and all that stuff, then okay, that's fine. Like, I understand that. Like, if you want to just keep the consistency,
you want to
like
keep it close to the source material.
Yeah, then I get it. Like, I have no problem with that. That's why I'm like, I have no, like, even with her being black, it's just like, yeah, it's not what I'm used to either. So it kind of throws it off for me too. But
you just don't really care.
But like you said, it's like not real. It's just like a mermaid. I guess it's like ethnic kind of things you bring into the movie if you bring into like the culture of like black people or whatever, like. But at the end of the day, like, it's just a visual representation of some cartoon that I don't know. It's all fucking make believe.
It's not even a cartoon. It's actually a reference from a book.
They steal all those stories.
So there was
the
a book.
Best ones.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even know.
Most Disney movies are based from an old fairy tale, and the funny thing is, the fairy tales are they're not really child friendly. They're very dark, actually.
Yeah, I already know.
Like Little Mermaid, I think in the book she dies. I don't think she even she dies. I don't think she gets Prince Charming or nothing because she gives her voice to Ursula, and she tries to win old boy. Ursula comes on Mount Earth, comes into the land, and pretty much steals the guy from her, and she loses and she dies. And it was just sad. Yeah. No one moaned for her. Sebastian wasn't there singing and dancing and nothing. She just kind of died, and that was it.
That's why the world is soft today, because Disney took all the life lessons of the actual.
What is the life lesson in that? I don't know what the life lesson of that is.
It's so sarcastic. I didn't know that sounds really bad.
So, I don't know. I'm really torn about it because it's like, I don't know. I guess for me, because one of my buddies at work were talking about it, I feel like in today's world, they're trying really, really hard to, I guess, push diversity. And I have no problem with it, but I feel like it should be executed well. You ever seen the movie Salt?
Yeah, I got the movie Salt. I bought it.
That's a dope movie. You ever seen Atomic Blonde?
Atomic Blonde? No, I didn't see it.
That's a dope-ass movie. It's a female lead. She's badass. She fucks random dudes, but it's not like, oh, I fucked you, I love you. No, she fucks dudes pretty much whatever. I get shit done. I handle business. She's like a double agent. Like, it's a dope movie, and it's a woman lead, and it was executed very, very well. It wasn't forced. You didn't feel like that. Because with Captain Marvel, that's how I felt with that movie, where it was just like, you saw that, where it was like they kept forcing, like, yeah, she's a woman, she's strong, she's this, she's that.
But, like, as far as I understand why it was forced, just off of everything that's going on today.
But it seemed like it was no need. It seemed like it was no need to me, because it's so many movies where women are leads and they do a good job. Like, what's that movie? Widows. That was a badass movie.
Yeah.
Women going over divorce, they have their problems, but they come together and like rob this dude or rob a mayor, rob the what is it? Was he the commissioner or the governor? I forgot. He was pretty much a dude of a higher position. They robbed and stole his money. That was a dope movie. I really enjoyed that. And it was an all woman cast. It was a black woman. It was a Russian lady. It was a Spanish lady, and it was another black lady. It was really a dope movie, but it was for me, it was organic. It was authentic. It wasn't forced. I wasn't like, oh, I have to accept this because this, that, and the third. And I think if they just make movies like that, everything will be fine. But I don't know. This Little Mermaid thing is funny because I see people, yeah, I'm not supporting this movie because she's black and my Little Mermaid is white. Keep my mermaid white. It's like, really? I don't know. That's funny.
Yeah, Disney movies become like a religion or something to, like, I guess, American minds. It's like, get over it.
This conversation about to get deep. I don't really think I think it's just one of those things they don't want, because I was always talking to my friend at work, Jada, about this with football. I was saying, I feel like people that are really mad about the whole protest situation are more mad just the fact that you putting this into my entertainment, in a sense. You're kind of forcing me to accept this and acknowledge this. And, you should acknowledge it, but I can see why they get mad and why they get very, I guess, aggressive to the notion of, like, damn, they kneeling. Why they kneeling against the flag? Because I don't understand why people are making a big deal of a flag. To me, it's just kind of like...
Because they're saying, like you said, like, they're putting certain things in your sport. But you know what's so funny? Like, that kind of reminded me of what Bill Burr had said when he was on Conan. And he was talking about like all these different like charities and stuff like that pop up during sports games, like, stand up to breast cancer and all that type of stuff. And he's just like, yo, like, I'm trying to watch a game. Like, why are you gonna just show something like this like out of nowhere? He was like, that's like if I'm at the movie theater or the movies with you and shit like that. We watching the movie and I just paused the movie. I'm like, hey, by the way, like, I know somebody that died of cancer and shit like that. He was skinny as shit. I could have lifted him off with 2 fingers. Oh, go ahead, enjoy the movie though. Oh yeah, and I got molested when I was 9. But go ahead. Like, and I'm just like, yeah, it gets kind of like that. You just like, yo, just there's a time and a place for shit. But with that, like, I don't know, like, I do get with the kneeling. I understand that. It's just
we were real left with this conversation.
Yeah, we did. But
I guess it has some type of importance though.
Yeah, it unraveled a lot of layers in all of entertainment. There's so many ways you can just kind of look at things, and the live action stuff in Disney just in general, I don't know, it's a lot going on around it, and what's going on with it.
I guess it just makes people mad because they feel like it's just an agenda. Because, like, for example, related to, I guess, on the same conversation with the Black Little Mermaid, James Bond, they're making James Bond a black woman. So,
do you think, is that real? Like, I seen that one time.
I've been hearing that a lot.
I thought that was just a hoax.
I've been hearing that a lot.
Keep my James Bond white.
Like, for me, I feel like James Bond. I don't know how I feel about him being a woman, and it makes me feel bad because I don't want to come off like, oh, I'm sexist, and I don't want women to have, I guess, opportunities
it's
to
not
be.
even that. I just think like James Bond though, like it's not a cartoon.
Yeah, like I don't know, like certain things. Like, come on.
But
Like
they
James
they
Bond.
making him a
James Bond's
black
probably
woman.
a racist white man. You know what I mean? Who saves the world? It just happens to be his job.
Well,
But
like,
it's like if they even did it, like if they made him a black man, I'll be like,
a racist white man.
I'll be
This
like,
is-
oh, okay, they're trying to make everything, they're trying to switch the races of everything. All right, cool. But I'm just like, yo, like, I don't know, like, why, like is it?
I guess they feel they can kill two birds with one stone. He's black and he's a woman, so hey, we cross both boxes off. But I guess with me with that, it's just how's that? I'm gonna see the movie because I just love James Bond. So it could be a woman, an alien, a robot. I'm gonna still see the movie. It's just I'm kind of curious of how they're gonna implement this because based on all the James Bonds I've seen, yo was a womanizer. He was a dick. Like
He was a racist white man. I'm trying to tell
why
you.
you saying why was he a racist white man?
I mean, I'm just saying it could be inferred. It could be
He
inferred.
had sex with black women in the movies.
That doesn't mean much.
He's not a racist
I'm being,
white man. I wouldn't say
I'm
he's
being
racist.
sarcastic as all hell. Hopefully, anyone takes me seriously. Is
Yeah, you want to have somebody in the comments say, "Yeah, Tyler's right. Fuck James Bond. He's racist." That's what they're gonna start saying.
James
But,
Bond's a peaceful man.
But it's just how's that gonna be implemented in the movie? Is she gonna just be like I don't want to say a thought, thought because James Bond's a male thought. This is what he was. So is she gonna be fucking like different dudes, or are they gonna just have a whole new origin story for James Bond? Is she gonna be like Jane Bond and just her whole origin is just completely different from James Bond? I just wonder how they're gonna implement this because it's like him being a black man. I was cool with it. Okay, well, he's just gonna be black. He's not gonna be white. I assume he's gonna have the same characteristics as all the other James Bond.
Yeah.
He's charming, got swag. He's a thought. He always fucks like two girls in every movie. Like dead ass, he fucks like the pre-conclusion chick and he fucks the conclusion chick.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually like the girl that's like another agent or she helping him and stuff like that. That's how every James Bond movie is set up.
Yeah.
So with her, she gonna fuck like two dudes. She gonna fuck like the helper that she met at a party, and then she gonna fuck like the guy that actually was on the other side, but now is on her side. I just wonder how that's gonna work, and I feel kind of bad because it's like I don't want it to come off that I don't want her to be in the movie because she's a woman. It's just to me, it just feels forced because it's like, well, you just couldn't just do another action movie with a woman. You had to just, I don't know. It just seems like with a lot of the studios, I think they do stuff like this as an easy way to say, oh, we being diverse. So instead of you just making a whole new movie, a whole new world based around a woman, we're going to just use the James Bond name and just put a woman as the main character and say, hey, see, look, we fulfilled our quota of being diverse. That's kind of how I get with a lot of these movies, like with the Black Little Mermaid. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, well, we made a Black Little Mermaid. We filled our quota. You could have easily just made an original Black princess movie. You did it with the Princess and the Frog. You could do it again. I guess that's just my thing with that. It just feels like a lot of stuff just seems kind of forced and not original. You just kind of, let's put a black person in it, see what happens type stuff.
Yeah, because they're really forcing it, like, by doing that. And I am kind of tired of it because I'm just like, all right. Certain things when they with Ghost in the Shell, when they made her white and people was mad about that, for me with that, I guess since I wasn't the biggest Ghost in the Shell fan. Like, I seen it, but I didn't see it like multiple times, probably like everybody else did. But it was okay for me. I was just like, okay, that it wasn't bad that she was white to me. Like, I was just like, all right, like, whatever. Like, because for me, even with a lot of Japanese animation, for the most part, some of them, not some of them. I'm not even gonna say all of them, but some of them, they don't really look Japanese.
Well, she looked Japanese as fuck. Her whole name was Japanese, so I don't know why I don't know where they dropped the ball on that one. Shoot, there was pictures of Scarlett Johansson, and they kind of made her look Asian. Like, they would kind of make her eyes very slanted. It wasn't like obvious, but it was kind of slanted. You kind of saw like, all right, I see what y'all trying to do. But I kind of put on the same lines as when they did Dragon Ball Evolution. Like, they did
Well, nah, that was
That's
was
different.
just terrible.
That's different. That's different. Oh, could you love Dragon Ball Z? That's
Yo,
different though.
No. You gotta understand how terrible that was. Like that was just way terrible. That was just too terrible.
Goku was
Like,
a Steve from freaking
yeah, like it
from
wasn't.
Owings Mills. Like he was legit, just the whitest,
Gotta have
the
basic
most
types.
vanillest guy ever.
Yeah, nah, like that was just way. That was just bad.
That
Like
was a bad movie.
I blocked
Even-
out my memory.
like even with that, right?
I can never block it out of my memory.
Even with that, right? That the characters don't have to be Japanese. They don't necessarily have to be Japanese, but they can't be white. So
So they're gonna be what?
They could
It
they
could
could
have
be
been black.
they could be,
Saiyans could have easily been
no,
black. I'm just
saying
saying
it could have been Filipino for the most part. They could have been Filipino. They could have been Samoan.
Why
like,
Filipino? Why?
Just thinking about just yeah, I know it is kind of messed up with that, but like just thinking about just like how like they're built, their physical features, their facial features. It's just like the warrior mentality and all that stuff.
Yeah,
like
I never went that deep into it.
I just went that deep.
Like
into
I never
it.
went
Like,
that
I
deep
didn't
into
go.
it.
I didn't
just
go
took
that
it. Maybe
deep
he just
into
wanted to
it.
draw him like that and just kind of kept it moving.
I know. I said like for the most part, yes, but I just went that deep into it. My mind just went there. So yeah, that's why I'm like, for the most part, if you want to make a live action movie of that, I don't. I feel like the sayings like if you didn't want to make them Japanese or for whatever reason if they didn't want to do that, you can't make them white.
You still. So what would they be then? If they can't make them white,
I mean, you acting like there's no other races other
African.
than
They're gonna be
black and
Russian?
white. Like it,
I mean, just skipping over our
or
own race.
tan- or-
African American.
yeah. Why can't it be just black people? I'll be a cool saying shit.
no. Especially with the hair and all that stuff, like it just wouldn't make sense.
So you would,
like,
but
Black
so,
people come and have. We have all different types of hair. Like, we could definitely.
so
like,
but essentially what you're saying, they could just made them some type of Asian.
not spiky hair, but
ethnicity.
yeah,
I know I kept that
ethnicity,
word.
yeah, like something of that nature. Like just because I'm just like you're doing too much by just like you got him, like you said, some white guy named Steve and whatnot. He just put gel in his hair and made his hair spiky, and that's supposed to be Goku's
But
hair.
see that,
Like,
but they say you
like-
gotta keep the same energy with Ghost in the Shell. That's how I felt with Ghost in the Shell because I was like, she's a Japanese cyborg. You tell me you could not find, because me and Jamal had a debate about this, and I was blown that he was saying this. He was saying maybe they couldn't find a Japanese actress that was qualified enough to play the role, and I was like, that's, I guess, like you can find anybody. Everybody has their start somewhere. Like, for example, Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man. Before Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. had like a real troubled past because he was hooked on drugs. They took a risk when they signed him on the Iron Man. For all you know, he could just relapse and went right back to their life again. He had a couple of solid movies under his belt after I think Ally McBeal and he kind of got his life together. But still, he was taking a risk because Joe could have easily went back to doing drugs again.
Yeah.
They took the risk, put him in the movies, and boom, it became a hit. And I was like, they could have easily found a Japanese actress from Japan and put her in the movie and just saw what happened. For me, with that one, they were playing it safe. It was like, we want to make a movie about this, but we don't want to take too many risks, so let's put Scarlett Johansson in it. People love her. They love Black Widow, so most likely they're going to see this movie just to support her. And then to me, it's like, that's lazy. You're not really, I don't know, you're not really being, that's lazy to me. It's just, you're not really putting the actual work you
So
need to
did
put
you not
into
like
it.
the movie?
No, I ain't like it. It was visually appealing, but it was just, I think just the fact, it just felt like it was an insult to me.
Because of that?
It is an insult to me as a fan because, for example, at the end of the movie, you find out that she was Japanese the whole time. She died, and they transferred her body to this white robot. So to me, it was like, I guess that's their way of kind of saying, "Hey, we're sorry." Technically, she was Japanese, so that's kind of.
Well, if it's that deep inside of like that, she's supposed to be Japanese, then yeah, like if that's the whole premise about it, because I'm like, if they did that to try to make it like you said, like seem like, oh, I'm sorry, like she is technically Japanese, then I'm just
make
like,
it
yeah,
Japanese.
you could have just made it Japanese then. Because I didn't think they did that. I mean, I seen the movie, but like I didn't see it multiple times. I only seen it once. But
And I guess now when we go back to the main point about just diversity with the Black Little Mermaid, with a lot of movies I've seen that are diverse, they're done really well. Like Rich Crazy Asians, that was a dope movie. I saw it. It was a real funny
I didn't
movie.
see it.
It was really entertaining. You kind of got a taste of their culture, and it was just the way that they, I guess, showcase their culture and their views and how things is done in China. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a funny movie. They got another movie coming out where it's pretty much, I forgot what the movie's called, but it's this Asian girl, this Chinese girl, her grandmother's dying, and they're kind of showing you how their culture deals with loss. And it's an interesting movie. It seems very genuine. It don't seem forced. It don't seem like, oh.
It's not Disney, is it?
No. I'm just saying, my point, I guess we're just talking about diversity. How, like, with The Little Mermaid, to make a diverse movie, they're going to just, for them to make a diverse movie, they're going to just make Black Little Mermaid and just sell it, as opposed to, in my opinion, just make something new, something refreshing. I don't want to see something I've already seen again. Because it's essentially going to be the same movie stuff, it's just going to be black.
But like you said, though, like, Disney is going to mostly get stuff out of books and stuff like that. So it's just like,
not even more now. All they're doing is pretty much rinse and repeat what they already had.
With that one movie, I actually never seen it, but I kind of want to. That
Frozen?
No, time movie that me and Tyler actually.
A Wrinkle in Time?
I think
the Oprah Winfrey movie?
Is that
That
that Disney?
looked dark.
Yeah, it looked dark.
I'm not seeing that shit. I was not going to see that shit. I felt bad because, damn, it was like a contradiction now. Because
that was like a dope movie.
That was an
that's
original
all
movie.
I was like, it looked nice. Like, that's all I was like, damn, I kind of want to see
They had,
it.
I saw the trailer. I was like, I'm not watching this. Sorry. Damn, I feel bad because
I didn't want to watch it.
Everything I'm talking about, what they should do, they actually did in that movie. Exactly. It was an original story. Exactly. It had a black lead. I just didn't want to see it. It didn't look good. It just didn't look good.
You an asshole.
I'm my asshole. I saw Shaft.
Of course you saw Shaft.
It had a lot of mainly black actors.
Of course
I think it had
Shaft.
all black actors in that movie.
Yeah, I know. I bet.
Yeah, it did actually. Oh, wow. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I'm not even shocked. I haven't even seen Shaft, and I knew it was
that
probably all
funny.
black actors.
But that's just how I guess our views on the Disney with the whole live action and them replacing characters and stuff. I wanted to kind of talk about this because me and Jamal was having a heated debate about this. Since we're on the topic of Disney movies, what era would you consider is like the best era for Disney movies?
My era.
So the 90s? I'm kind of thinking that. I'm kind of thinking it's the 90s too.
Like my
without
era.
bias,
like,
like the 90s, unanimous.
I'm just going to say it just because it's just like, I can't say no other era just because of the fact of like, I feel like I do have that bias just because I wasn't born in that era. I didn't grow up on those particular Disney animations. But even looking at it now as an adult, going back to my childhood stuff and then going to like this new stuff, I'm still like, yeah, like ours was better just because of like you said, like there was more adult humor, more adult content per se.
I wouldn't say it's adult content. I don't know. I just like them better.
I just know, but the 90s was like the golden age of animation, so it was kind of fortunate for Disney to even be where they were. So like, there was a lot of stuff going on in that realm. I think that made cartoons more interesting. Then Pixar comes on, and it's like, that's like Disney's meat and potatoes. I guess was like the animated stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was.
So I think that was like fortunate that we grew up in that time period that animation was so, I think had a lot of layers to it more than sometimes now it has the content, but it kind of just gets lost on how pretty it looks sometimes.
Well, I think now they kind of abandon actual drawing 2D animation for just 3D animation. But the funny thing is that's technically like they said that was like the golden era for Disney. Not the golden era, but like their comeback season because the first movie they dropped was Little Mermaid, and then it was like after that they kept dropping hit after hit after hit. Because you had Little Mermaid, that came out in 88, 89, and Beauty and the Beast came out in 90. Aladdin came out in the early 90s. Lion King came out in the early 90s. You had Hercules, Tarzan. It's like that whole stretch from from like 89 to 2000. They just had hit after hit after hit.
All the time. Like I keep thinking about it. Like I feel as though that back then, like I feel like more Disney movies connected with more people versus how it does now. In no sense, like I feel like more people, like kids, adults, middle, whatever, probably like was watched more of those Disney movies than probably maybe now. Or if not, and they do now, I feel like that might be a result of like I guess us, because now we have kids. Well, not us, but people our age now. would be pretty much having
Millennials.
kids and stuff like that. So they'll probably be watching like Frozen, Moana, and all that stuff with them. And I feel like that might be a direct thing of like, oh, because our parents might have did it with us back then, but I feel like it was more of like a deeper thing because I remember even going like, well, I don't actually remember it, but I remember mom telling me like how when we went in the movie theaters to watch Lion King, and like she was like, it was just like so deep. Everybody in the movie theater, it was crowded. She was like, it was like hella adults in the movie theater crying and stuff like that. Like niggas just sitting there just like stunned about the shit, like actually like looking at it like as a
regular
movie.
regular movie, not
Yeah.
a kids movie.
Yeah, and that's why I was just like, I feel like when I was trying to say it, I felt like it was more like, I guess, serious.
So
in
pretty
a
much
way.
you just think they just made a versatile movie where it could touch. It's kid enough for kids to enjoy it, but it has enough adult content or
Yeah,
adult themes for adults to enjoy.
Like even when you look at Mulan or whatnot, the song Reflection, if you listen to the words of Reflection or whatnot, that's a deep ass song. She's pretty much trying to be accepted by her family and everything for them to accept for who she is.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just like, that's deep as shit. Like for what they're trying to talk about, and it's in the kids' animation.
Actually,
movie.
time out on that whole like what's the best era. When you think about Mulan, that's why I kind of find it funny how what they're doing now. That was an original movie, and in my opinion, was a very good showcase of a woman lead in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
She was a strong woman, strong lady, a strong woman.
Yeah.
She wasn't being a typical stereotype. She wasn't being woe is me, princess, this, that, and the third. She actually joined the military to fight for her family in a place. What was it, for her father? Mm-hmm. So her dad's supposed to join, and she took his place.
Yeah, because her dad was all crippled and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But
See, to me, that's a good. I always tell people all the time that movie was like ahead of its time because if it came out now, oh my god, that should have been amazing.
Ridiculous now.
Yeah, but it's like that was a good movie. It was original.
Yeah.
That also the one movie they came out with recently is called Brave, not that long ago.
See, I never got to see that, and I feel like
I've heard of it, but it's similar, not similar to Mulan in the sense of it's the same exact story, but similar to where she wasn't your typical stereotypical princess. I'm weak. I need a guy to come save me. No, she was strong-minded, independent, and was able to do things on her own. And like I said, that's an original story. It wasn't rinse and repeat. It was just a good story and a good like presentation. But yeah, I feel like we can all agree on that one. The '90s period is the best. I think it's just a lot of factors come into play, like what you were saying, how the movie was well versed to where kids can enjoy it and adults can enjoy it. Also, the timing during the whole '90s, you had a lot of. They was able to push a lot of merchandise. One, everybody had television. Cable was starting to be the norm. You have merchandise like video games. You have more TV promotion, stuff like that. So it was able to push that movie to a lot of people, as of back in the day, probably not so much. And then the movies, just when you listen to the movies, it just got more flavor to it. It just seemed like it was just, I don't know, I guess it was just that time it was the 90s. When you look at those old movies, them bitches are dry. Like, watch Snow White. That shit is dry.
Snow White.
It's so dry.
Snow White come out like the
It's so
70s?
vanilla. It's just so just movie.
It came out in like what, the 70s?
It didn't
No,
do
fuck
much,
no. That shit came out like in 45, 1940 something.
God damn.
They came out 1939, 1940. That's like the oldest Disney
Wait,
movie.
oh, so they must have remade it or something like
Nope,
that.
never.
Oh, they didn't? So wait, it had color then?
Mm-hmm. It was hard. It was trash color. It was the best color they could at the time.
Oh,
they,
damn.
You know they
'cause I mean,
remastered movies all the time and stuff like
okay.
that.
I was I had that shit on VHS. That's all. I was just like, well, damn.
Snow White was
Like,
dry. Cinderella was dry. Sleeping Beauty was dry. Even though the prince fighting Maleficent as a dragon woman was badass. That was like probably the best like battles I've seen in a Disney movie ever. That was dry.
Fox and the Hound was probably one of the oldest Disney movies I truly appreciated.
That came out in the 80s.
I love Fox and the Hound.
Yeah. And there was another one they came out with as a real live movie too. I didn't watch this one, but it was a favorite of mine as a kid.
I like Oliver and
Peter's
Company.
Dragon.
Yeah, I like that too. You said what?
Peter's Dragon or Pete's Dragon. Some shit like that.
I think I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I never heard of that movie.
Now this was interesting. They put a cartoon with real life. It was a cartoon, but brought into our world.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't.
The
I've
big
heard of
purple
it.
Dragon thing.
I heard of it. It sounds familiar. It's like the image is popping in my
It's
head
like a
now.
70s movie.
I wonder why they made that. They probably was high as a kite when they made that.
Probably
Yeah.
so.
What was
I
that?
liked it as a kid, but I didn't. It came out as a they redid it as a real life action. I just didn't watch it. Now I want to go back and watch it now.
My favorite Disney movie back then was Robin Hood. Oh, I used to love that movie.
I remember that.
I rewatched that shit to the death.
Yeah.
To
the one with
like,
the fox. And shit.
yep. I remember
What
back
was,
this
Peter Pan. What year was that?
50s, 60s.
Yeah, I mean, I like Peter Pan.
Yeah.
It was
is
cool.
that?
I like the concept.
But see,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Even when you think about the concept of that was kind of
Never wanted to grow up.
Yeah, and they was like, well,
Anything
I don't know.
with
Is that
pirates.
like a conspiracy thing when they was like they saying like all of them were technically dead?
That's that shit you see on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Is that a
Because you told me the
conspiracy
Ed and the Eddie one where they all were
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
limbo
know
and
that's
shit
a
like that.
Yeah, I know
That's
conspiracy.
what it is. But
But the
yeah.
Peter Pan one, I was like, well, then that kind of makes sense.
Alice in Wonderland was real trippy.
Yeah,
Pinocchio was funny. That was just a funny movie.
yeah,
Yo,
Yeah,
was just
Pinocchio
lying
was
his
a good one
ass
from
off.
back in the day.
Yeah, that's a
I like
classic.
Pinocchio.
yeah. I like Pinocchio too.
But compare that to like a '90s movie. You're gonna pick the '90s
I'm
movie
picking
over there.
90s movie.
Thinking it-
Yeah, somebody threw
Jimmy
Hercules.
Cricket, he had some wisdom though. He was breaking it down to little Pinocchio.
If there was two VHS tapes and they was like, all right, Pinocchio or Hercules, I mean, I'm probably gonna take Hercules.
But yeah, but it's just a lot of the movies back then were just kind of dry.
Yeah, I think my favorite is always Nightmare Before Christmas was like
That came out in the '90s too.
that was Burton. That was. I think that set the tone for a lot of like that claymation and stop motion type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I give you that.
I never like. That's what I was like. Nightmare Before Christmas. I didn't really like it until Kingdom Hearts came out, and
Really?
then I went back and I rewatched the movie, and I was like, yeah, I like this now.
They milked the fuck out that level in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, that's how I was like, I like this now. Like when I
Boogie
went
was
back
like
and
one
watched
of my
it.
favorite characters in that whole in that
Boogie
one.
Boogie.
Mhm. He was just like this slick old, like I don't know, like old school nigga for real. Crazy.
I thought he sounded like a woman to me. He sounded like
For real.
a old black woman.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
did
It,
sound like
it was something about you. You had like some weird, interesting character. Like,
Mhm.
who is
But yeah.
this guy?
But I guess we all can agree on that. The '90s was the best period.
Yeah.
So we'll be on your Mount Rushmore for Disney movies.
Oh God, Lion King definitely.
You
I
got
know
5.
But see, I feel like it would be damn near everything Disney almost. No, I feel like I had to put Pinocchio there.
So Lion King,
just
Pinocchio.
off of Jiminy Cricket's song. That's in every Disney's intro and shit. That little "If You Wish Upon a Star" thing.
Oh,
That shit.
shit was corny.
I
I
mean,
never liked that shit as a
but
kid.
as far as a
Dry ass ballads.
I
Like,
mean,
I never liked
see,
them
but you
shit.
never like ballads.
Damn,
You-
See,
you're
that's
not
why.
a
And that's
ballad
probably another
person,
reason
though.
why I like the '90s better, because literally my two favorite movies, Hercules and Lion King, had like the best soundtrack to me. I can
Yeah,
actually go and listen to that shit on the regular.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you don't like ballads, so that's why I was just like,
Dry
I
ass shit.
understand.
That shit
Like,
is inspirational when you go to.
upon the
You've never been to Disneyland before, have you?
Huh?
You been to Disneyland?
No, I haven't been to Disneyland.
Oh, that's why.
See?
You've been to
Yeah,
Disneyland
that's that
before. They
too.
play that at the end of.
Oh,
like,
my
the
God.
But see,
night,
but
and
that-
everyone just
that's the
gathers
only reason why-
around, and it's like.
and that's the reason why I put it on my
When you
Mount
wish
Rushmore
upon
because of
this
that. But
It's important.
Dry.
I would
Just
guess
dry.
Lion King, Pinocchio, Hercules definitely just
Frozen.
because- No, Hercules definitely just because.
You
of
know
the
you was
fact
singing that song he's playing the game. Don't lie.
No, I mean I definitely was singing.
Let
the
it.
song
What is it?
whatnot.
Let it
My
go.
little sister, she sings the shit. And
Let
so
it
that's why
go.
I'm just like, I'm like, I can't help it. Like when you have like younger siblings and stuff like that like listen to shit, and you just can't help but to
Oh,
pick it up.
damn.
She listens to that shit 24/7. So that's why I'm just like, well, I can't help but to hear that. But Lion King, Pinocchio, Hercules,
You got to throw some Pixar in there.
Does he really have to? If it isn't Toy Story, does he
yeah, that's
have
how I
to?
was thinking.
What?
Like, I was like, Toys.
You serious? What's Incredibles then? That's trash.
I
Not
wouldn't put
nobody's
him on
Mount
Mount Rushmore.
Yes, it is. Incredibles is a
No,
good ass
I wouldn't
movie.
put him on Mount
I would put.
Rushmore.
I'm thinking about like what I put them on.
Wow.
Pixar has a lot.
You must
Really?
have really liked it. You
That's
must
a
have
lot of.
really
That's a
liked it.
good ass movie.
Finish your top
Finish-
five.
yeah, finish.
Now
I'm
you-
sorry. I ain't mean to
and-
cut you off.
and
Finish it.
Incredibles and who knows.
Now you
what's
trying to be
coming.
an ass. Finish your top 5.
Mulan's in my Mount Rushmore. For
Okay.
me personally, that's just that is a personal favorite.
Yeah, you have a thing for Asian women. I understand.
No, it's not that. I guess 5.
No, Aladdin.
Toy Story.
You ain't gonna put Aladdin on
I
there?
was never a big
Really?
Aladdin fan. I was never
Oh.
the biggest Aladdin fan.
Okay.
But Toy Story for me, yeah, would be a 5.
I'm trying to think. What would be in my Mount
Is The
Rushmore?
Incredibles number 1?
The Incredibles not number 1. Now you being funny. I'm just saying, like, that was a good movie. I don't know how y'all didn't like that movie. That was a good movie.
No,
I
I
like the game
liked
on
it.
PlayStation 2.
Like
I never
I
played the
like the
game.
Incredibles, but I wouldn't put it in my Mount Rushmore for me.
What would be my top? I'll probably just say Lion King just because that's the first VHS I had. And I watched that shit like 100 times. That, Hercules, that's 2. I put Mulan on there. I like Mulan a lot.
Yeah.
I can go back and watch that. That's 3. I got 2 more. These last 2 is gonna be hard. I don't know. Toy Story 2. I like Toy Story 2 the best.
Oh, that's interesting.
I just like Toy Story. I just like Toy Story 2 the best. That was my favorite one.
Cars.
You said what?
Cars.
I didn't like Cars. That shit was a movie.
Incredibles 2.
No, I don't like. Incredibles 2 was good, but I wouldn't put it. I don't know what would be my last one. That's a hard one. There's a lot of movies I like. Robin Hood. I'll probably put Robin Hood in there.
Say Balto. Like
Balto's not even Disney. You just throwing animated movies out there now. That's not Disney. I used to love Balto though. I mean, I watched all the fucking sequels. Is Land Before Time Disney? No. I used to love that shit too. I used to watch it all of them. What's your list, Tyler? Nightmare Before Christmas.
I've had time to think about this since we went around.
I already know it's Nightmare Before Christmas.
That would be number 2. Lion King gets the first spot, of course. I mean, it's Lion King, guys.
Yeah.
Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
It's just no brainer there. Last 2 are the difficult ones. I like Goofy movie a lot, so I'm putting.
Oh
Goofy
shit!
movie
I
in there.
forgot about that. Damn, I might have to replace something.
Strong one.
I gotta go back and replace something on my list.
And then I'll go out and grab something new that we didn't mention too that I really like. Lilo and Stitch was a good one. I really like Lilo.
That's
and
You
Stitch.
talking about the movie?
I like Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, it came up with a couple movies and it did the TV show. It was
cute.
yeah. I was probably like 12 when it came out, and
You made me feel old.
I like the alien. It was like 600 other aliens. It was interesting. You know what I mean?
It was cute. It was different.
So,
Damn, I might gotta replace something with a Goofy movie. That shit was a classic.
yeah, Goofy movie.
Someone said if they make a live action Goofy movie, they got all be black. They all have to be black. They have to all be black. They can't.
Shorty gotta be light skinned
Yeah.
bad bitch.
Yep.
Definitely.
So Roxanne was probably like, yeah. She
Oh
was
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
bad.
She was like that. Yeah.
Light skinned
definitely.
bad bitch. That's what she was.
Yeah, with some blonde weave.
What Max gonna be?
A nigga.
Well, he ain't gonna be. His old boy
He
with
gonna
the
be a
glasses is gonna be a nigga. What will Max be?
Oh no, he gonna be a high nigga. He gonna be like Amigos.
No, Max gonna be. You ever seen Dope? The movie
Yeah.
Dope. He'll be that kid.
And then you get like,
Okay, I'll give him that.
Brittany Rayner or somebody to be.
Why you got? They gonna just put thoughts in the movie? Yeah, you could. Who's
I
gonna
don't
be
know,
the
bro.
dad? Who will be Goofy? Who will be the best? Will Smith.
About to say Will Smith is.
They
everybody.
might. That might be it.
Yeah.
Will Smith and Jay Smith need to do the Goofy movie remake.
No,
Dead
no,
ass.
Yeah, I
I'm
think we got something there.
dead
guys.
ass. That would be
Movie pitch.
Oh yes,
Y'all
dead
remember
ass.
last time they both was in a movie.
But that
together, what
is
happened?
not Disney. Disney gonna have their handprints in it. If they make a live action Goofy movie, Will Smith and
That
Jay
would
Smith
work.
need to be the
That
two
would work.
main guys. Will Smith will be the perfect Goofy. Like
Yeah, he'd be a clown.
Who,
I guess
Pete?
The kids, yeah, Pete and the other guy, the hippie, the one that was like high all the time.
Yeah, I'm about to say you can find Amigos for that.
throw Quavo on it. Put
Yeah.
Quavo on it. No, take off the high one. Put him in there. No, they could probably I don't know who has that. Damn, I'm ever really trying to cast the Disney moves. First off, who's gonna be the love interest? Zoe Kravitz.
Who's that?
Lenny Kravitz's
Nah, she a
daughter.
little too much shade, but we need somebody a little bit more superficial.
She's always. Oh yeah.
Um,
Because old girl was kind of like a nice girl next door. She wasn't real. No doubt. Who would be? good?
Jordan Woods.
Who's that?
The girl that had got in trouble or whatnot with what's his name? Tristan Thompson.
I can't
And
put
shit.
her. That's too much woman. You can't do that. The girl in the
Y'all said
movie.
that's too much
The
woman.
girl in the movie, based on how her character was, she was really a nice, down to earth girl next door. You gotta pick a girl,
Zendaya.
huh?
Zendaya.
That's not a bad one. What was the girl that was in the first one? The first Spider-Man. She would be good. She'll be
Yeah, I
perfect.
ain't know about- yeah.
She'll be perfect. I think she'll fit to that. So we got Max is Jaden Smith, Goofy as well. Who's gonna be Pete? Samuel Jackson.
Nah, some big nigga.
You just throw him anywhere.
Nah, you
He'll
gotta be a
fit.
big nigga and shit like that.
He could be. Oh, you know who'll be a good
Big time.
Pete? Old boy, Big Worm, be a great Pete.
Yeah. That's
Big
what I was
Worm
thinking
will be
about.
a
That's
great
what I was thinking
Pete.
about. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah, Big Worm be a great
And
Pete.
who would be Powerline?
Just pick some R&B. Chris Brown. Chris Brown.
Yeah, could be.
Chris Brown. Right there. Chris Brown. That's who you need. Chris Brown. Chris Brown. That's all you need.
He's
I
gonna
mean,
be hosting
technically,
another Disney movie,
because
we gotta
technically
cast
speaking, I
better
think he was
than
supposed to
that.
be like Usher back.
They
in
might
the
not
day.
put Chris Brown. They might not put him in there because he's just so
I think he was
drugged
supposed to be
out.
technically like Usher for the
Yeah,
most part.
Who's the up and coming black R&B singer now?
That's
Not really
dancing.
too many of
Nobody.
them.
That's why I was like nobody.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Get Lil Nas X or something.
Stop. Dang, no, yeah, that's true. No R&B singers really dance like that. You don't
Nah.
have that anymore. Yeah, Chris Brown be your best bet. Chris Brown be your best bet. He has it. What is that? How's that song go?
Real Tevin Campbell and throw him up there like.
His old ass. He might need that check. Shit, he might be with it.
Wow.
How's that song go? I'm singing
that was a
something.
slept on soundtrack too.
Yo, that sing. Hey, there you go. Put it in and sing it real quick.
No, I don't want to.
At the
But
end of
yeah.
the movie when they broke out in the concert and that little
Yeah.
soulful lady was singing. It was just a nice vibe. I like that.
He hit a little shock, and they were doing a little dance together. That shit. Oh yeah. I'm about to send that to Disney. Like Disney, remake this movie. It has to be an all black cast. Make Jaden Smith Max, Will Smith Goofy.
They're gonna be like,
Right.
We got you one even better. All white cast.
Then I'll be like, damn. Justin Bieber be the fucking singer and
Somebody
shit.
gonna pop up. They gonna be like, no. What about this?
Michael Cera
All
be Max.
Asian class. Like you be like, what the fuck?
But
Wahlberg is goofy.
yeah.
Oh
That's
God.
No, it'd be Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell be a good Goofy. Actually, he'd be actually a good Goofy.
Jim Carrey.
He crazy. Jim Carrey wild. Jim Carrey wild as shit.
Yo, he took a lot of mushrooms and he just
Jim
went
Carrey
to
wild
another
as
place.
So like, but yeah, it'd be real dope. Okay, but yeah, that would be a good movie. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But yeah, I'm trying to think. What would I replace that Goofy movie with on my Mount Rushmore?
The Incredibles.
Yeah, I probably will. I ain't gonna lie, I probably
I
will.
win.
I probably will, because that shit was my shit.
Yeah, I think the sequel lacked it didn't deviate too much off of what the first one was doing, and it was just like it was, I don't know, it didn't have a special sauce that it had. It didn't bring in a lot of other characters that they were using. You had to get introduced to new characters.
Like old girl was just MIA.
Yeah, Roxanne, she was supposed to be
Bay, and he in college just doing the damn thing.
I know it's not animation or whatnot, but does Disney own Harry Potter? No. Did they ever at one
that's
point?
Universal or something.
Universal has that. They don't have Disney.
Oh, okay. Because I remember at one point I was able to like watch it on Disney Channel and shit like that.
Oh, you know, he probably like leased the rights to him,
Oh.
but they never had Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, well, we're going ahead and wrap this up. Thanks for tuning in. Catch y'all later.
Peace out.
Shit.